Hey guys, Joel here. I've been enjoying doing video series on this channel where I do 4 videos in a row focused on a specific topic. And I want to start this new series about love. And I think very early on this channel I said that I'm very two-tracked mind when it comes to my film watching. I like to laugh and I like to cry. I like movies that are funny and I like movies about love. And love is the thing that makes me cry the most. I want to do a video series about some of my favorite movies that I think wrestle with love and talk about love in interesting ways. And firstly, I want to say I kind of reject the idea of filmmaking as escapism. I think that's a very lazy, dismissive thing, and of course there's some movies that can be purely entertainment. But I think if you come away with from a film having experienced nothing personal at all, I think that film has failed to interrogate you, or maybe you failed to interrogate the film, or maybe it's a little bit of both. Because I think the best thing filmmaking does for me is it stares into my soul. It holds a mirror to my face and says, look at yourself. And that's sometimes really hard to wrestle with in the moment. And so sometimes people do need escapism because that is such a hard thing to confront. So I appreciate the fact that people can enjoy movies purely on a face value, don't think about myself level, but I think the real strength of filmmaking lays in the former, the experiential, personal reflection thing. So there's a couple movies I want to talk about. Each video will be focused on a movie. And the first one is one of my favorite movies of all time, The Fisher King. The Fisher King is a Terry Gilliam movie, my favorite Terry Gilliam movie. I love Brazil. Brazil is great, and his Monty Python stuff, of course. But like The Fisher King is the one that I watched and I was like, wow. I watched it, I think with my dad a couple years ago, probably 4 years ago or something. And when I first watched it, I was like, wow, that was really good. But there was this scene with Robin Williams and Amanda Plummer that just stuck with me, and I think those are Amanda Plummer. I think they're so fucking good in this movie. Robin Williams, Amanda Plummer, two of the best performances I've ever seen. And there's a scene between them that is my favorite scene of all time. It's such a beautiful, delicate scene. It almost stands on its own. It almost doesn't belong in the movie, but it also does. And I think the movie has a lot to say about love and how it makes us feel like both outsiders and insiders. It makes us feel like we're so detached from the world at large, but so attached within our coupling, within our feelings, within our romance. And the movie's kind of an adventure movie. It's kind of this very somewhat dark, somewhat whimsical. Like Terry Gilliam's a master of juggling those tones, but it's just this movie about Jeff Bridges is this asshole radio DJ who one of his fans, he drives to a murder suicide and his career collapses, and then he meets Robin Williams, who's this homeless guy, and he takes him on an adventure. And then there's this whole, the plot just veers into this whole romantic subplot that I just think is so delicate. It's I think there's a lot of movies about weirdos, a lot of movies about oh, it's nice that the weirdos fell in love. It's nice that the weird guys, the weird guy and the weird girl found each other. And it's very condescending, but in The Fisher King it feels so sincere, and it feels like almost a celebration of that weirdness, that love doesn't make sense. It's not this thing that you could really explain. It's like two bizarre people, one of them stalking the other one, and yet it makes me cry so much. It's that one scene hits me, and I've watched, I don't want to spoil it. I think you should just watch the whole movie because the scene works even better in the context of the movie. But I've watched that one scene just 100 times, and I just bawl my eyes out sometimes. And every other time I at least get a little wet. My tear ducts start working. And yeah, it's just such an impactful movie. And I've always considered it to be the best Terry Gilliam movie, the best Robin Williams movie. And I've watched it 5 times now, and each time it hits me harder. I think I've watched each time I cry more and more when I watch it, which is a unique power, because sometimes films lose their power as they go on, and this one does not. And that's such a special thing to have. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm somebody who's so reluctant to go into plot. I don't like giving a synopsis. I hate when you read a review and it's like half just a synopsis of the movie. I'm like, I don't need to know this. Just tell me, like, does it make you cry? And that's all I'm really here. And now there's some people being loud, so I guess I'll conclude this one. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you guys. More movies about love and why I love them coming soon. Bye-bye.